Peace, my family, and brow back to all. Those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. Ain't that good? No, mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher nature and cleansing. Okay. Cleansing the lows. I came on here today to share the Allah's Holy Qur'aan, and this right here will certainly help you on this good journey. So, with that being said, it continues, and this is chapter 48, and it's speaking on animal, the ants, and it reads: Begin all things using the name of the source Allah, the one who is the most merciful. The Qur'an is a clear scripture and a calmness, good news to the faithful ones. Muhammad will be given the Qur'an from the presence. And so, it reads: the birds. These are verses of the Quran, a clear scripture, a leading calmness and good news for the faithful ones. Those who keep up the al-salat, the worship, and pay zakat, the charity, and they are sure of the end. Surely those who do not have faith in the end, we not him, the Elohim and Anakim, make their deeds fair seeming to them, but they blindly wander astray. These are they for whom is an evil enchantment, and they are the greatest losers in the end. And surely you, Muhammad, will be given the Quran from the presence. It was whole on the throne of the knowing, all-wise. Musa says, Musa sees the fire. Musa sees the fire, not says, Musa sees the fire. Allah speaks to Musa, and Musa casts down his staff. Musa's hand turns white, and it reads: When Musa said to his family, Israelites, the Jacobites, surely I see a near fire, and I will bring you news from it, or bring you a burning brand, so that you may warn yourselves. So when Musa came to it, a verse called out, saying, Blessed is he who is in search of fire, and those around it. And glory be to the source Allah, the Rab, sustainer of the known worlds. O Musa, surely it is, I am Allah, the mighty, the wise, and cast down your Musa staff. So when he saw it in motion, as if it were a jinn, a serpent, he turned back, retreating, and did not return back. O Musa, fear not, surely the one sent, fear not in my presence, except he who does wrong, then does good after evil. Surely I am forgiving, the most merciful, and put your hand into the bosom, it will come forth white, lepers, without evil, amongst 9 signs to Pharaoh, Ramesses II, and his kindred, the Mizrahites, the Egyptians. Surely they are a transgressing kindred. So when not his, the Anunnaki, clear signs came to them, which should open their sight, they said, This is clear magic, and they denied them unjustly and proudly while their spirits were convinced of them. See then how the end was for the mischief makers. And goes on to read. Solomon and David were given the knowledge of the speech of the birds by the Elohim. Cherubims also were Solomon's host, and Solomon and his hosts were upon an ant's valley. Solomon is thankful to his Rab. And indeed we not. He, the Elohim and Anakim, gave David and Solomon knowledge, and they said, all gratitude is the source Allah, who preferred us over many of his faithful slaves, and was David's hearer. And he said, O Nas, Enosites, mortals, we have been taught the speech of the birds, and we have been granted of all the things. Surely this is for him the clear preference, and the host of the evil, disagreeable race. 11 means cherubims, jinns were a symbol for Solomon, and the Enosites, human race, and the birds were arranged in ranks, until when they came to a valley of their ants, and ants said, O ants, enter your houses, unless Solomon and his armies crush you while they do not know. So he, Solomon, smiled, laughing from her, saying, he said, my Rab, sustainer, grant me that I may be thankful for your favor which you have bestowed on me and on my parents, David and Bathsheba, and that I may work that which is perfect, such as you are pleased with, and admit me by your milden mercy. So it goes on. And among your perfect slaves. So reviewing the birds, Hadad found Queen Makeda of Sheba, and Balquazaz and her Enosites are sun worshippers. And he, Shalom, reviewed the birds, then said, how is it I don't see the Hadad, the Obi, or is it that he is one of the absentees? Question. I, Shalom, will verily cause him a pain, punish him with a forceful pain, or I shall slander him, or he shall bring me with a clear authoritative power. He will produce a clear excuse. And he, Hanan, tarried not long. Then he said, I have compassed that which you has not compassed, and I have come to you from the sea with sure news, information. And surely I have found a woman, Queen of Sheba, Queen of Sheba, who also ruling over them, and she has been given of everything, and she has a supreme throne. And I, the news bearer, found her, the Queen of Sheba, and her kindred, the Syrians, Ethiopians, prostrating to the Shams, sun worshippers rather than to the source Allah. And not I. Let me rewind that back. And I, the news bearer, found her, Queen Sheba, and her kindred, Syrians, Ethiopians, prostrating to the Shams, the sun worshippers, rather than to the source Allah. And Hassan, the reptilian, also known as Iblis Samuel, and made their work seem good to them. And so he turned them away from the path, and thus they are not leaded into calmness, so that they don't prostrate to him who brings forth that which is hidden in somewhat the skies and the planet Earth, examine Earth, and knows that which you hide and that which you proclaim. The source Allah, no Allah source, would exist except by the way of He who created force of will. He is the Rab, sustainer, the master of the supreme throne. And he goes on to read, and Shalom sends the Obi with a letter to Queen Sheba, and he demands them to come before him as Muslims. And Shalom said, "We shall see whether you, Obi, speaks the truth or whether you are liars. So go with this, my letter, and hand it over to them, then turn away from them. So see what answer they return." And she, Queen Akenom, said, "Oh, rulers, generous letter has been delivered to me. Surely it is from Salem, and it is. This Tasmaya is placed here from chapter 113, Surah al-Taba, and begin all things using the name of source Allah, Rami, who is the most merciful, proclaiming, exalt not yourself against me. Shalom came to me as ones who are at peace." And Iblis said, "O rulers, advise me, disrespecting my command. I never decided command until you all watched me." They said, "We are possessors of strength and possessors of forceful wars, and the command is yours. So consider that which you will command." Question. Just Eve said, "Surely when the rulers enter a town, they ruin it and make the mightiest of the families be abashed, and they do it just like that. And surely I, the queen of Sheba, am going to send them a present and see what answer the ones bring back." So when the Elam came to Psalm, he said, "Will you help me with wealth?" Question. "But that which the source Allah has given me is better than that which He has given you. In fact, you are exalted because of your presence, so back to them. So we shall certainly come to them with armies which they say have no power to oppose, and we shall certainly expel them from there in disgrace while they are abashed." And that right there was the end of that heading. And so, let's go on. Salem wants her throne brought to him. The care of the African top said he was strong enough to do it. Salem disguises her throne and questions Makedon. And he, Salem, said, "O messenger, which you can bring me her throne before they come to me as ones who are at peace." He intoxicated the jinn, the demon, the disagreeable malevolent being of the species of the jinn, cherubim, stepped forth and said, "I will bring it, the Queen of Sheba, throne to you, even before you rise from your place. The council of justice, I am strong enough to bring her to you, and I can be trusted for my word." One having in his presence knowledge of the book said, "I will bring it to you." saw him in the twinkle of an eye. Then, when he saw it settled beside him, he said, "This is of the preference of my rapture, saying that he, not we, may test me, whether I am grateful or ungrateful, concealing the facts. And whoever is grateful, he is grateful only for his own self. Whoever is ungrateful, concealing the facts, then surely my wrath is sufficient, generous." He, Solomon said, "Let us disguise her throne for her, and we may see whether she leads into calmness, or is she of those who are not led into calmness." So when she, Mikhail, came, it was said, "Was her throne like this?" Question. She said, "Is it as if it were the same, and we were given the knowledge before about it, and we became the ones of peace, and that which he slaved besides the source Allah prevented her, from which she was of the kindred who were in Kathleen, the concealers of that." Which they need to be the facts. It was said to her, "Enter the palace," but when she saw it, she deemed it to be a great expanse of water, and she uncovered her legs. And he, Solomon, said, "Surely it is a palace made smooth with glass." And she, Nikeda, said, "My Rab, surely I have been unjust to myself, and I surrender in peace with for him, the Rab sustainer of the known worlds." So, I am going to stop right here because I want to make it a little shorter. Now, yeah, I'm going to stop right here. Yeah, I'm going to stop right here for now. Okay, if you are encouraged, excuse me, you are encouraged, check this out yourself, read it for yourself. Again, it is on the channel. The whole book and so many more. Our Master Teacher's book is on the channel in PDF form. Check it out for yourself. And this is there as well. Check it out. And you begin to see for yourselves, right? And again, reading is fun, mental. So, you are encouraged to get to it. Alright, now, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, just leave in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, family, I hope you all know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you see. Release. Our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi. Peace. Shalom. Hashtag divine love. And 1, 2. And it's all